other basic social amenities.
Now it is easier for people to move their produce from one end to the other where they can have returns on them. And there's a great improvement in the well-being of the people, because we've taken electricity to a lot of villages, we've constructed roads like I've said, and so we are gradually reducing the poverty level in Benue.
With particular reference to the recently inaugurated Small and Medium Enterprises Council by the federal government, the governor is of the opinion that this will help bridge the infrastructural deficit, not only in Benue State, but in the entire country.
The programs put in place by the present administration will get there. Once we are able to begin to establish our own businesses, we can begin to talk about true federalism.
The governor also said a task force is in place to address the issue of communal clashes in the state. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, will commence the distribution of permanent voters' cards in Adamawa State from Tuesday to Wednesday next week. The distribution of the permanent voters' card will take place at the polling unit level and continue after September 11th at the local government area offices of the Commission. The permanent voters' cards will be used for the October 11th governorship election and subsequent elections in 2015. In another development, the resident electoral commissioner for Ogun State, Mr. Sam Olumekun, has inaugurated a 6-man ad hoc committee on equitable distribution of the newly allocated polling units in the state, with a call on them to be diligent, transparent and impartial in carrying out its assignment. The Permanent Secretary of the Community of Democracies, Ambassador Maria Lesnar, has commended federal government's developmental strides and respect for human rights. Speaking in Abuja during a visit to the Ministry of Women Affairs as part of her 3-day visit to Nigeria, Ambassador Lesnar stressed the need for a broader political space for women. Talatu Ezerike reports.
Ahead of the 2015 elections, major discourse and concerns are for the enabling environment for women to win elective positions. This is to consolidate on President Goodluck Jonathan's gender-friendly administration and Nigerians' leading roles in the international arena. Nigeria will next year assume the presidency of the Community of Democracies in Geneva that is committed to good governance and sustainable development. This necessitated the Permanent Secretary visit to the Ministry of Women Affairs to canvass for women's rights and international support for the country's security challenge.
You are a strong nation, a huge nation with many people, with a strong economy, and not the least, dedicated individuals who have chosen democracy.
The Minister of Women Affairs said Nigeria is leaving no stone unturned in its drive for sustainable democracy and, by extension, to countries in Africa, adding that women advancement is very dear to the administration.
We are negotiating with the political parties. We are talking to them. Right now, it may interest you to know that most political parties are giving application form. They don't take a dime from you.
The visit to the ministry is also for partnership to advance women development. In Abuja, Talati Ezerike, NTA News.
Meanwhile, as Nigeria prepares to take over the leadership of the Community of Democracies in 2015, the Secretary General of the Community of Democracies, Maria Lesnar, has advised the country to work towards strengthening democracy in member countries. Moplang Dakok reports.
Maria Lesnar commended Nigeria's democracy, describing it as young and stable, adding that with the strengthening of democratic institutions, she will be the pride of the African continent. Mrs. Lesnar canvassed for full participation of women in politics and announced that the Community of Democracies is working closely with Nigeria to hasten diasporan voting.
Nigeria is a huge country, not only on the African continent, but also worldwide. And we indeed recognize the importance of your leadership when it comes to strengthening democracy.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Viola Owunliri said the focus of Nigeria as it takes over leadership of the COD is to, among other things, get a suitable theme that will be acceptable to all member countries. She noted that the emergence of Nigeria as the leader of the group was in appreciation of good governance and strong democratic culture, as exemplified by the transformation agenda of President Jonathan's administration.
Getting into the presidency of the COD will further strengthen Nigeria's resolve for democracy to reign in Nigeria and the West African sub-region through the ECOWAS.
Nigeria won the election for the presidency of the Community of Democracies and will take over leadership of the organization in July 2015 for 2 years. Muplang Dakok, NTA News.
Now to the power sector. Minister of Power, Professor Chinedu Nebo, says the nation's power generation capacity has hit a stable average of 4,500 megawatts. He attributed the feat to a new arrangement by the federal government with gas producers to ensure availability of gas to power generation companies, assuring Nigerians of a more stabilized power supply. Isaac Nkoma reports.
The NEPAs are trying. Even if rain they fall, we they get like 2-4.
There is a very big improvement concerning light.
A cross-section of Abuja residents expressing their joy following the improvement in power supply within the past few days. Professor Nebo says this is as a result of a new arrangement between gas producers and the government to eliminate previous shortfalls in gas supply and ensure continuous growth in electricity supply.
The main task now before us is to ensure that the impact of the privatization process is felt in homes and in businesses all across the country.
Meanwhile, Minister of State for Power Mohammed Wakil has assured investors of a conducive business environment. He gave the assurance while receiving a group of investors who are in Nigeria with a plan to generate 400 megawatts of electricity in Abuja using alternative energy sources.
The President is very always interested to see that we reform the sector and to call for foreign investors to come and help in transforming the sector is something that we don't joke with.
Nigeria is encouraging investors to explore renewable energy as a way of enhancing the right energy mix in the power sector. In Abuja, Isaac Nkuma, NTA News.
Still on the power sector, Chairman Presidential Task Force on Power, Reynolds Dagogojak, has restated government's commitment to generating additional power in the country. The chairman stated this during the inspection of the Ibom Power project in Akwa Ibom State, which he described as a bold step by Governor Godswill Akpabio. The Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Valerie Ebe, represented Governor Akpabio during the inspection of the project by the Presidential Task Force on Power. You're watching NTA Network News. We now link up with Vera in Lagos for more reports and a bit on business. Over to you, Vera.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and a warm welcome to Lagos. The Nigerian Navy says it is combat ready to ensure that illegalities on the nation's waterways and other security challenges are reduced to the barest minimum. The flag officer commanding Western Naval Command, Rear Admiral Samuel Alade, made the remarks at the Western Naval Command 2014 Small Arms Firing Exercise at Owode, Ogun State. Lynn Leneke has details.
The aim of this arms firing exercise is to improve the weapon handling skills of personnel of the Nigerian Navy. The exercise, the Navy says, is another confirmation of the enduring strength of military, which stands prepared to fight illegalities on the nation's waterways and any form of aggression.
The government has continued over the years to support the military, and the military is maximizing this support to its best of its advantage, and will continue to leverage on the training that we'll continue to get and undertake ourselves.
It's been quite a success in terms of the degree of accuracy and show of professionalism.
The representative of Lagos State Government noted that exercises such as this will foster and strengthen the existing cooperation between security agencies and the civil society. With the objective of driving professionalism and the transformation agenda of the Navy has pledged its commitment to work in collaboration with security agencies to combat the threat of terrorism faced by the nation. In Lagos, Lynn Menake, NTA News.
A printing outlet allegedly involved in the replication of pirated books and other related materials illegally has been sealed in Lagos. 15 persons were also arrested during the operation by the enforcement unit of the Nigerian Copyright Commission. They are currently under investigation. Umel Deri's report is here presented.
The printing outlet is located at number 56 Abayomi Street, Lawansin in Surulere. The market value of seized items from the outlet is put at 30 million naira. The pirated materials include academic, inspirational, and religious manuals belonging to various publishers. Others are flyers, labels, bottle stoppers, personal computers, among other things. Deputy Director, Lagos Zonal Office of the Commission, Chris Nkwocha, while briefing newsmen in his office, said the operation was carried out following a tip-off.
The investigation has commenced, and at the end of which we were able to come up with the next action plan. Of course, arraigning the suspects.
Managing Director of the printing outlet, who gave his name as Donald Eberendu, denied having any knowledge of the illegal activities in his company.
At times, I am not around. They will bring these jobs and be doing it.
Officers of the Commission have since evacuated the remaining items from the outlet. The Nigerian Copyright Commission says it is committed to protecting the copyright of authors and owners of intellectual properties across the
And to business news, let's join Amechi Piles.
Hello and thanks for joining us on the business segment of the news. Government has been advised to develop a strategic policy aimed at protecting small and medium enterprises, SMEs, from unfair competition with big organizations in the country. A financial analyst, Mr. Johnson Chukwu, in an interview with NTA News, said the penetration of large corporations into areas where small businesses have comparative advantage will continue to threaten their survival.
The government should also reduce the tax burden on SMEs. For instance, if you go to the oil and gas sector, marginal feed operators pay lower tax, differential tax, lower tax than the oil majors. I think the government should also introduce a system where companies that are operating within certain level of turnover or certain number of staff or certain level of balance sheet can pay what you call minimal tax, corporate tax. That way, you will encourage, you're actually making their costs to be lower.
Mr. Chukwu urged the multinational companies to explore other areas of investment, particularly in the non-oil sector with huge economic benefits. And here are details of movement of stocks at the close of business at the nation's capital markets.
A look at transactions showed that the all-share index closed at 41,163.62 points. Market capitalization was 13.59 trillion. Investors purchased more than 306.6 million shares at 2.73 billion naira. Top on the gainers table was WAPCO with a 2 naira gain, while Nestle led in the losers category, depreciating by 12 naira.
And that's business news. Thanks for being a part of it. Good evening.
22 artists, 44 collaborations, 5 countries, 9 episodes.
Coke Studio, baby.
Catch Coke Studio Africa Season 2 every Saturday from the 13th of September at 7 p.m. on AIT.
Auntie!
Hello, my dear. I see you went shopping with your mom, right? And what did you buy?
Power Oil. It has 0 cholesterol and 0 trans fats. And contains vitamin A and natural vitamin E. It's a healthy oil for healthy family.
I'll buy Power Oil next time I go shopping, huh?
Power Oil.
healthy for you.
Chioma, I bet you can touch your nose with your thumb. Your nose? It's the same with your toilet. There are many places in your toilet that detergents cannot clean. That is why the new Harpic 5 times complete gives you 5 times better cleaning than detergent from the rim all the way to the U-bend, making your toilet completely clean. With Harpic 5 times complete, you will definitely reach all the hard-to-clean places in your toilet.
Harpic Power Plus. Buy now for only 350 Naira. I like your pictures, but what's with the skin breakout?
I try to keep my skin beautiful using beauty soaps, but
everyday exposure to dirt, germs and sweat makes our skin susceptible to an outbreak of rashes. Dettol Skincare contains the right balance of moisturizer, giving your skin maximum protection against germs every day. Wow, your skin looks lovely.
Thanks to Dettol Skincare.
If we don't take care of ourselves, who will? Dettol Skincare for beautiful skin.
Introducing the great tasting new Mini-Me Chin Chin. Rich and yummy ingredients like milk, butter, and wheat.
Mini-Me, crunchy. Mini-Me, tasty.
Playful, cheerful, joyful, very big. Break the boredom with the unique taste of Mini-Me Chin Chin.
Like my Mini-Me, yeah.
Transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
Change is never easy. It was not easy for Dr. Martin Luther King when Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew transformed Singapore from third world to first world. It was not easy. They stoned him. It was not easy for Nelson Mandela.
I, Barack Hussein Obama.
It was not easy for Barack Obama. Nothing worthwhile ever is. Dr. Martin Luther King did it. Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew did it. Nelson Mandela did it. Barack Obama did it. Goodluck Jonathan is doing it. He is transforming Nigeria. Mr. President, keep doing it.
Welcome back. The anti-corruption campaign has been taken to the State House, Abuja, where the staff were urged to eschew corrupt practices or face the full wrath of the law. The new permanent secretary of the State House, Nebolisa Emodi, stated this during an anti-corruption sensitization program organized in collaboration with the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC. State House correspondent Shegun Laule reports.
Sensitization program was organized for management and staff of the State House to disabuse their minds on the desire for quick self-enrichment said to have derailed professionalism in some public institutions. It is a desire of the new permanent secretary to see civil servants in the state exhibit a trait of integrity and quality service in their conduct and watch such that could compromise their integrity as their special position in noted will not shield them from the long hand.
Civil servant is supposed to be disciplined, focused, humble, loyal, patriotic, be ready to offer selfless service, be kind, prudent in managing public resources.
The presentation of the ICPC chairman delivered by the Commission's Deputy Director Prosecution, Akim Lawal, noted that the fight against corruption goes beyond self-discipline and personal integrity, but a willingness to expose and share information on corrupt public servants. In the State House, Shegun Lawale, NTA News.
We're sorry for the poor picture quality in some parts of that report. Now, Nigeria is committed to the implementation of the trade facilitation agreement signed in Bali in 2013. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Olusegun Aganga, said this while receiving the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Roberto Azevedo, in his office. Kemi Fakeye reports.
The Trade Facilitation Agreement forms part of the Bali package agreed by members of the World Trade Organizations, 9th Ministerial Conference in December 2013. The agreement contains provisions for faster and more efficient customs procedures through effective cooperation between customs and other appropriate authorities on trade facilitation and customs compliance issues. It also contains provisions for technical assistance and capacity building. Dr. Aganga said Nigeria and Africa in general stand to benefit immensely from the agreement in terms of job creation and gross domestic products.
If you look at there's multiple benefits to the economy as a whole, to jobs, to wealth, to GDP, to cost of production overall. So it's a big thing that we have to implement.
The World Trade Organization's Director General said the organization is poised to assist member states to ensure their full integration into the global value chain.
The Bali Agreement, the Trade Facilitation Agreement, we expect that over 20 million jobs will be created in the world, most of them in the developing world.
The World Trade Organization, which came into being in 1995, is an international organization dealing with rules of trade between nations. In Abuja, Kemi Fakeye, NTA News.
This is NTA Network News. Taraba State government takes steps to contain any outbreak of the Ebola virus. Susan in Makudi brings us details. Over to you now, Susan.
Good to see you, Elizabeth, and welcome to Makudi. In an effort to key into the national effort towards preventing the spread of the Ebola virus disease, the Taraba State government has inaugurated a 38-member committee to check the possible spread of the disease. To that effect, it has released 20 million naira as takeoff for the committee, headed by the State Commissioner of Health. Correspondent Christy Ayagwa Adaji reports.
Inaugurating the Ebola Committee, the acting governor of Taraba State, Alhaji Garba Umar, said in view of the high rate of fatality associated with the Ebola, it is important to build a strong platform to respond to the menace of the epidemic. Alhaji Garba Umar appreciated the efforts of the Federal Ministry of Health, World Health Organization, and other relevant stakeholders for working tirelessly to prevent the spread of the disease in the country.
The committee is charged with the responsibility of planning and implementing activities towards ensuring that citizens across the state receive adequate information about the disease, especially ways of safeguarding ourselves and preventing transmission.
Speaking earlier, the Commissioner for Health, Mr. Oliver Rubon, and the representative of the World Health Organization, Farouk Umar, emphasized the need for collective effort from all to prevent the spread of the virus. In Jalingo, Christy Ayagwa Adaji, NTA News.
And that's it from Makudi. Is back to Elizabeth in Abuja for more on NTA Network News.
Thank you, Susan. Allah's mercy is sufficient for his creatures to look onto when they are faced with challenges. Chief Imam of the Abuja National Mosque, Sheikh Musa Muhammad, in his Friday sermon encouraged worshippers to cling to Allah in the face of ill health and security challenges in some parts of the country. Correspondent Abdullahi Ajia also has the message of the sermon from Imam of Buari.
The Chief Imam of Abuja National Mosque, Sheikh Musa Muhammad, told the congregation that Allah's mercy cuts across his creatures without borders. The spiritual leader, while imploring all to seek solutions to challenges from Allah, says going back to Allah in repentance will guarantee a more meaningful life in this world and the hereafter.
I have informed our Muslim brothers and sisters since the first time we heard of Ebola. I told them that we should go back to Allah. We should ask for his forgiveness.
The Imam led the congregation on a special national prayer against the spread of the Ebola virus disease, among other national challenges that threatens national development. In a similar vein, Imam Idris Ibrahim of the Buhari Emir Palace Mosque called for peaceful coexistence irrespective of creed as exemplified by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Emir of Buhari Alhaji Isa Ijakuru, who was among the worshippers, enjoined all to respect constituted authorities for the overall development of the country. In Abuja, I am Abdullahi Hajia, NTA News.
Up ahead, some global tidbits and the latest in the world of sports. Stay with us.
150 million people. SOTUZA, the Association of Good Luck Sambo, National Organization of Ulama Media Forum, is here by inviting the general public for one-day interactive session on campaign for peaceful coexistence and religious tolerance among Nigerians on the 6th of September 2014 at Arewa House, Kaduna by 10 a.m. prompt. Chief host, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, Alhaji Mukhtar Ramalan Nyero. Guest of honor, chairman of the occasion, His Excellency, Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Architect Namadi Sambo. Special guest of honor, PDP Northwestern Governors, Royal Father of the Day, Amirul Mu'minin of Nigeria, Sultan Alhaji Saad Abubakar. Mother of the Day, Her Excellency, wife to Vice President Hajia Amina Namadi Sambo. Father of the Day, President, Christian Association of Nigeria, Senior Pastor Oayo. Guest Speaker, Honorable Minister of Information, Mr. Lambara Mako. Announcer, Good Luck Sambo, National Organization of Ulama Media Forum.
Who deserves a second chance?
Everybody in life deserves a second chance.
Everybody deserves a second chance in life.
We all deserve a second chance.
Do we deserve a second chance?
Yes, of course we do.
There are some things I would have done differently.
From second chance, we realize our mistake.
Is there anyone who doesn't deserve a second chance?
No one.
Everybody.
I do deserve a second chance.
We deserve a second chance.
It's a form of forgiveness.
A second chance is a human right. Let's give Nigeria a second chance. We all deserve a second chance. Good luck, Jonathan does.
Nigeria, we the people decree that the power of evil secrecy shall fail.
All Nigerians should understand that a divided Nigeria can only mean catastrophic consequences for the entire black race.
We all African countries count on you, and you're our beacon of hope.
That when Nigeria sneezes, all of us will catch cold.
All of us who look to Nigeria for lessons and inspiration never cease to thank God for this wonderful gift to Africa.
Nigeria enjoys the respect, the admiration, the friendship, and the hope of an entire continent.
The powerhouse of Africa.
Nigeria.
Unite and build Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
A message from protectors of Nigerian posterity.
China praises South Africa for denying visa to Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama, and Ukraine and pro-Russia rebels sign ceasefire deal. These and more on Global Tidbits with Talatu Ezeriki.
Reports on South Africa says that China highly appreciates the country's action of rejecting a visa application by Dalai Lama, who Beijing accuses of seeking an independent Tibet through violent means. This, it says, is a respect for the country's sovereignty. On Ukraine crisis, representatives of Kiev and Russian rebels agreed to declare a ceasefire to restore normalcy. Meanwhile, Ukraine Prime Minister has listed 3 conditions for the peace agreement to include a ceasefire, a withdrawal of Russian troops, and securing the border with Russia. That is all on Global Tidbits. Talati Ezerike, NTA News.
Talking sports now, Super Eagles set to begin defense of Africa Cup of Nations crown with Morocco 2015 qualifier against Congo Saturday, and National Sports Commission prioritizes capacity building. Kanema Budike has details on Sports Update.
Hostilities begin this weekend as 28 teams in 7 groups compete in the first matches of the final phase of qualifying for Morocco 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. Reigning champions Super Eagles await Red Devils of Congo at the UJ Eswene Stadium, Calabar on Saturday. Malawi travel to meet Mali, while Ethiopia are at home to Algeria. Burkina Faso welcome Lesotho as Angola visit Gabon. Cameroon will be guest at Congo Democratic Republic. Cote d'Ivoire host Sierra Leone. Guinea lock horns with Togo, and Ghana face Uganda. Zambia and Mozambique square up as Cape Verde are on the road to Niger Republic. And in Group G, Senegal will entertain Egypt, while Botswana have a date with Tunisia. 2 teams in each of the 7 groups will eventually qualify and will be joined by 1 team to be placed in a 3rd spot, which betters all other 3rd place sides. The Nigeria versus Congo tie comes up live at 4:30 p.m. on the Nigerian Television Authority. The National Sports Commission has reiterated its commitment towards the sustenance of capacity building as a means of further developing the sector. This came to the fore at the official commencement of a 12-day FIVB Level 2 coaching course in Abuja during the week. About 35 Nigerian volleyball coaches are participating in the program under the tutelage of 2 FIVB instructors, Hans Voigt and Colt Rad. Organizers, Nigerian Volleyball Federation, said the course is intended to keep indigenous coaches at par with their counterparts around the globe.
Most of our coaches are on level 1. If they finish this, a lot of them will move to level 2. So we'll do that in other sports.
Nigeria hosted a similar program in 1999 after the level 1 version in 1986. With sports update, Keneyima Bodike, NTA News.
And just before we go, remember it is your right to challenge anybody suspected to be involved in unwholesome activities around you. Be security conscious. This message is from the Directorate of State Security. And that's NTA Network News. We thank you for watching. I'm Elizabeth Barno from all of us here to have a fun-filled weekend. Good night.
I promise to respect the office of the President and the occupier of the office of the President, whoever they may be. Over the years, we have seen our illustrious sons become presidents of this great nation. Today, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is our president. And because he encourages the freedom of speech, Nigerians can speak freely, no matter their opinion. But let us remember that respect for the office of the president is the civic responsibility of every Nigerian. So, respect our president today, and if tomorrow you become president, we promise to respect you.
This message is brought to you by Community Awareness and Development Network, Kawan.
Fascinating Nigeria.
Africa's biggest market. Extraordinary, fascinating Nigeria.
Watch lots of qualitative educational programs on the Star Channel NTA Knowledge, a channel for everyone to know what they ought to know every day of the week. Join us today on NTA Knowledge and sponsor these interesting programs. Let us educate the world together and tell the world about you. For advert placement and sponsorship inquiries, please contact
moom sa bopp moo neex 44
NTA knowledge, learning to broaden horizons.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Excuse me. What people are looking for in Sokoto, we are having Sokoto. Good luck are what every parent and wishes begin. In school, in business, in life. Everybody are looking for good luck. Every country are looking for good luck. In World Cup tournament, good luck. Our railways are come back to life. Good luck. The schools are now breaking all over to betterment the future of Almajiris. Good luck. Our universities are properly funded. Good luck. My dear brothers of the North, are you seeing what I am saying? Agriculture are now walk over. That 33 modern dams are ready for farmers. Good luck. Fertilizers are purchased for almost free of charge. FOC. I am talking of power supply. That power reform and make steady supply of light every daily. Let us thank Chineke God. Power good luck. Chineke
good luck continue for Nigeria.
This message is brought to you courtesy Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria. Down for one vision, Nigeria.
Excuse me. What people are looking for in Sokoto, we are having Sokoto. Good luck are what every parent and wishes begin. In school, in business,